I hate Cutthroat Island. Not only because it was a lousy movie, but also because it prevented a better movie from being made. Specifically, the Crusades film that Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to do with Paul Verhoeven back in the mid-90s. I may do a video on that sadly unmade project one of these days, but right now I want to focus on another thing I hate about Cutthroat Island. Namely this fucking awful game level. So anyway, let's get into it. Levels from Hell, Cutthroat Island for the Super Nintendo. The cart level. This level starts you out in a cart with the two main heroes. And apparently they're at some quarry. Now it's been a while since I've seen the film, thank God, so I can't remember the plot reasons for this or if it was even in the film. Nor do I really care. Anyway, for 1/10 of a second, I thought this was actually going to be a good level. Our heroes escaping from the bad guys in a speeding cart? What could possibly be bad about that? Huh, just wait. This level starts fucking you over right from the start. You speed through this goddamn area with no way to control the cart except to move it up and down the screen. And this cart moves through the level so fucking fast that it literally made me sick. I mean it. Playing this level for an extended period made me physically ill. And I can't say that about every level from Hell. Not to mention that the terrain is littered with obstacles. Rocks, trees, soldiers, and these big guys. Plus the graphics look so bland and shitty that they made my nausea even worse. Oh yeah, and the rocks blend in almost perfectly with the washed out ground, making them even harder to avoid. But the graphics are the least of this level's problems. For one thing, if you hit any obstacle except the soldiers, it's a one-hit kill. That's right! The trees, the rocks, and these big guys take away one life, even though you have a life bar. And the level speeds by so fucking fast that it's almost impossible to avoid all this shit. Why couldn't they have slowed the cart down just a little bit, or at least add a brake? It would have made the level a bit more fair, and spared us all about a motion sickness in the bargain. But I guess the game designers wouldn't want you to have any fun playing this level, now would they? Worse still, the terrain is so confusingly laid out that it makes it even harder to avoid obstacles. Like I said earlier, you can move up and down. But it really feels like you can only take two paths. The high road or the low road. Take the right one and you succeed. Take the wrong one and you lose a life. The aggravation doesn't stop there though. This level even manages to throw physics and common sense right out the window. And why, you might ask? As I mentioned earlier, you can knock down these red soldiers. But for some perverse reason, you can't knock down these big guys. At first, you might think you can. But try it and you'll lose a life. Wait a fucking second. So you're telling me that a cart that's going, what, 30, 40, even 50 miles an hour can't knock down an ordinary human being? The trees and rocks I can understand. But these lumbering fucks? What a load of cock-sucking commie bullshit! Now maybe if this level allowed you to take 2 or 3 hits, it might be bearable. But it doesn't. If you hit a tree, a rock, or these fat fucks, you lose a life and you have to go back to the beginning of the level. Lose all of your lives and you lose the game. That's right, the whole fucking game. There's no passwords, no continues, and no checkpoints here. No anything. Are these game designers even human? Do they have any empathy? Can they allow for normal human failings? Even in golf games you get a mulligan, but not Cutthroat Island. Cutthroat Island kicks your teeth down your throat and then pulls them out your ass. If you're foolish enough to play this level, expect to get sent back to the beginning of the game a lot. But do you want to know what the worst thing about this level is? This is the second level of the game! Not the 5th, not the 12th, not the 20th. The second level of the game! Were these fucking game designers insane? What, did they sniff too many of their own farts over the years and fuck up their brains? If this were the second to last level in the game, it would still be an irredeemable piece of shit. But the fact that this is the second level is unforgivable. Imagine renting this game for $5 back in the day. The term highway robbery doesn't even begin to describe what a ripoff this game is. Or worse, imagine paying $50 for this disease-ridden tampon of a game and not being able to beat the second level! Oh, and there's no GameFAQs or YouTube to help you out back then. If you're lucky, maybe you get a magazine at best. This is criminal, folks. Outright criminal. Whoever was responsible for this game should have been locked up for robbery and fraud. Or imagine the worst thing of all, getting this game for Christmas. Getting this game for the holidays would be about as appealing as getting a Christmas stocking full of anthrax and Ebola. There is absolutely no excuse for such shitty level design. Jesus Christ, I can think of 2 better kart levels right off the top of my head for the same damn system. Indiana Jones's Greatest Adventures and Donkey Kong Country. If those 2 games could do it right, then why the hell couldn't this game do it right? I guess because the people who made this game are the real cutthroats. A bunch of sadistic, demented assholes who enjoy making people's lives miserable. By the time I finally managed to finish this level, I had had enough. I couldn't care less if the following levels of Cutthroat Island were the best video game experience ever. This level soured me on the whole game for good. And I wouldn't play the rest of it if you dumped a treasure chest full of pirate booty right on my front doorstep. So in conclusion, don't bother with this level, folks. Or the game for that matter. Because it is the quintessential waste of time. This is filmnstuff signing off. Thanks for watching. What, did they sniff too many of their own farts over the years and fuck up their brains?